Hello and welcome to Throttle Up. Today we are going to review the Tata Altroz XZ variant. This is the second from the top variant, just preceded by XZ Plus, and is a 1.2 petrol manual variant. The Tata Altroz, however, also comes in a turbo petrol and a 1.5 diesel option also. It also offers the automatic transmission, but it's only exclusive to the 1.2 naturally aspirated petrol engine. So we'll have a detailed walk around and the review as to what all features does it offer and how much would it cost if you want to buy one. So first, talking about the key fob, it comes with a black fob which has 4 buttons on it to unlock your car, lock your car, turn on your lamps and open your boot. So piano black finish, logo on the other side. It has a sticker because this is a test drive car, but has a Tata logo on the other side. Coming to the engine, it's a 1.2 petrol as I mentioned, which produces around 86 PS of power for the 1.2 petrol and 113 Nm of torque. Comes with a decent insulation to prevent cabin noise, and being a Tata, the hood is very heavy. So it has a 5 NCAP rating, so we can be assured about the safety. Coming to the front fascia of the car, it has a black grille which has obviously a Tata badging on it, has that piano black finish and very small grille as compared to the cars which we have been seeing recently. Surprisingly, no tri-star design, but a chrome and a piano black for the lower and the upper part respectively. Coming to the lower part, it has a proper breathing space and the lower part of the bumper is designed in body color. Coming to the headlamp, again piano black on the top, has a halogen projector, high beam for halogen indicators and halogen fog lamps. The LED DRL is a bit on the smaller side, but it's placed in the fog lamp unit itself. Its main competitor i20 however gives an LED setup for the variants which have been priced similarly at this price point. This is how the halogen projector looks like when it's lit up. So that is about the front profile of the Tata Altroz. It looks good. There's no surprising element or very striking feature because we have been seeing the same design on the Altroz for a long time, and compared to its competitors, I still feel that i20 has the LED setup which looks good and very modern. Coming to the side profile, this is where the Tata Altroz definitely takes the cake because it's pretty much one of the best looking side profiles I have seen in a hatchback of this price segment, thanks to this sloping chassis and this roofline which complements that design really well. It's very sporty. Those alloys also look really good. Those are 16 inches, but we'll come to that a bit later. Those piano inserts at the door sill, the black colored ORVMs with that chrome finish, they look really nice. The door lines, the cuts and creases merging with the tail lamps, it all looks very cohesive and absolutely stunning. Coming to the ORVM, it's finished in black with just above this wavy cut in the door, which again just blends with that design. It comes with a welcome feature in the XZ variant, has the indicator on the fender. The wheels are 185/60 R16. The 16 inches are offered on the XZ and the XZ Plus variant, and the alloys are again very nice. Diamond cut, dual tone appeal to that, and I'm just in awe of that design. The side profile especially. It has pretty much everything in exactly the right place. The cuts, the creases, everything. Coming to the rear, again a very different looking rear as to what you will find in other hatchbacks. Has that a very specific cut which is just specific to the Altroz. When you look at the tail lamp, has that Altroz badging, Tata badging, comes with a rear wiper, comes with a rear defogger, and I love the piano black treatment and how they have played with those elements. It has a rear parking camera and rear parking sensors. The tail lamps, unlike the headlamps, are a mix of LEDs and halogens. So the reverse light and the turn indicators you get halogen, but the main tail light is an LED. So this is finished halogen and that is also halogen. This is the different. It's not different. It's very similar to what you might see on the Harrier. Just look at it. You might see some resemblance to the Harrier tail lamp. But again, no complaints, and it does look good and does complement that overall design which the Tata brand is going for when it comes to the Altroz. Coming to the boot, this is how you open. No electric tailgate. Why is it not opening? Yeah, there it opens. The boot space is 345 liters and has an ample space. no subwoofer, and the loading lip is decent size. It's very deep, so the loading lip is high, but it might cause you a bit of an inconvenience. But then again, it's deep, so you can keep more stuff in. So I don't know what's that for. These two rubber things on both the sides, but I don't know what those are for. Coming to the fifth spare wheel, it's not an alloy, it's a 15 incher and it's a steel wheel. So you don't get an alloy for the fifth wheel, which is not surprising at this point. Very few cars get those. As I mentioned, no electric tailgate, and there's that space to put your hand in and just close the door, close the tailgate. It's actually an adequately sized boot given that it's a sub 4 meter car and you have a lot of space inside the cabin as well. So I'm not at all disappointed with that boot space. This is a sub 4 meter car and has a wheelbase of around 2510 millimeters. Coming to the back door, this is how you open it. No handles, which is not a problem, but I don't like it personally. So there is a button there, just like your beat. So yeah, coming to the door again, something very specific to Tata Altroz. It opens perpendicular. The door is almost at 90 degrees to the body of the car, and it is so easy to egress and ingress. And again, this is the button, as I mentioned, to open the door. Hard plastics everywhere, no leather treatment, very soft fabricy feel, but that's very thin. It's a grab handle of sorts. So again, this is a hard plastic, that speaker design, no soft treatment given on the door, a very small window button. There's a tweeter and a chrome finish door handle. So that's for the door. The egress and the ingress is very easy because the door it opens at 90 degrees. I'm amazed. Coming to the leg space, again, the space is very nice. These are two seats. One is set on minimum and one is set on maximum space to give you the idea as to what range are you playing with. So that's the driver side just pushed forward, and that's the co-driver seat pushed at an adequately sized person at the front. So you get a decent leg space. You can compare both the sides. You get decent leg space. The thigh support is decent. Could have been better because I've seen better in Tata cars, but then nothing disappointing as such. There's an armrest for the XZ variant, no cup holders. It's all fabric. You get leather upholstery in XZ Plus only. You do get Isofix child mounts, however. There's no reading lamp, and there are bottle holders on either sides, and there's a lot of space in there. This is how the dashboard looks like from the back seat. Has a host of features and looks good in my opinion. We'll come to that later. AC vents and a 12-volt socket for your power needs. The AC vents are decent. There is a chrome garnish on the sliders, and that's a 12. Some space to keep your stuff in. I don't know because the phones can't be kept there. Just some pen drives maybe. I don't know what. There's a very low hump. It's almost negligible, so that's a good part for the middle passenger. There are magazine holders on both the sides, so you can keep your phone or maybe some books or whatever you're reading. No sunroof in any of the variants, even the XZ Plus. There's ample amount of headroom, so you won't feel cramped, and it's a decent place to be in. Nothing extraordinary, but you won't feel uncomfortable. And for a hatchback at this price, the size is very nice. You do not feel uncomfortable or maybe even wanting more of anything, because that is what you would expect when you would be getting in the back seat of the Tata Altroz. So no complaints as such. Coming to the front of the car, even the front is open at 90 degrees. I don't know what does Tata do to do that, but it's surprising, and it feels weird because the cars do not open at this angle. It might just seem broken to someone who has not seen the Tata Altroz. The door treatment is the same, hard plastics all throughout. The handles rather in a very basic fabric, and a lot of space to keep your bottles and tickets in there. That's a very big bottle holder. Has very sturdy handles. Comes with a tweeter, 4 power windows with auto down for the driver side, and electric adjust for your outside rear view mirrors. Coming to the seat, it does not get electric function, has manual lumbar support adjust and your backrest adjust. Everything's manual. There are 2 levers to do that. That's for the backrest, and the second one is for your height adjust. You get a proper dead pedal with 3 pedals obviously. Has a proper pocket, engine start stop button, auto start stop enabler, and the fog lamp button. These are the AC vents finished in sort of that silver chrome garnish. It's not chrome, it's silver, to that silver accenting. Now getting into the front seat of the car, normal knobs for your indicators. You do get auto headlamps in this variant, so that's a good feature. You do not get automatic rain wipers. So coming to the instrument cluster, it does a full swipe up when you start the ignition, has an MID in between, no digital instrument cluster, which is only offered in the XZ Plus variant. And I'm not a fan of how this looks because I've seen better in analog instrument cluster, but nonetheless, the tachometer is on the left, the speedometer is on the right. Obviously, it comes with a TFT MID in between, which offers you the information you would need for the fuel tank, the temperature of the engine, the odometer, as well as the time. So you do not get functional steering wheel because these are two sticks which are used to operate the MID. It's rather cheap, and I would have rather preferred these buttons on the steering wheel itself. So this is how you can change the modes for your average, range, and whatnot. Coming to the steering wheel, it's not finished in leather, which is rather disappointing because even the XT Plus is finished in leather. These are buttons for infotainment. The surrounding is for a horn button as well. It can be pressed from the center or the sides. This is for your cruise control. So it does come with a cruise control. Coming to the infotainment, it's a 7-inch touchscreen which is pretty much used in all the variants of this car, and I would have rather appreciated a bigger touchscreen since one of the topmost variants. The touch is a bit laggy. It does not feel very fast. It does come, however, with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and also has that ambient lighting, which we'll talk about later. This uses an audio setup of Harman Kardon for 4 speakers and 4 tweeters, so the sound quality is really nice. Although you do get controls for the air conditioning, you can also control it through the touchscreen. I do not see the relevance of that, but it's still there. The bezels are so broad, they could have just used in adding this real estate to the touchscreen itself, and it would have made things more easier and better looking. So I'm a bit disappointed with the touchscreen. Coming to the AC controls, very properly done. There's a regulator for your temperature, proper push buttons for the fan speed and all the climate control functions. The AC vents are finished in chrome, which is nice. That hazard lamp button, Altroz badging, just like on the tailgate. So this is how the dashboard looks like. It's a rather different looking dashboard as compared to other Tata cars. The top of the dashboard is finished in hard plastics. The center part of it is a metallic finish, so that feels really premium. The hard plastics below as well. The ambient lighting is not in this part. The ambient lighting is where the touchscreen and the AC vents are housed, as you can see, and where this design ends, that metallic finish. Coming to the glove box, it has a compartmentalized design where you get 2 compartments to keep your stuff in. Has the cool function and a light also. It is very deep. I don't even know how you would reach to that end of the glove box, but again, you can keep a lot of stuff in there. Coming to the other spaces you can keep your stuff in, this is again a good space. 12-volt socket, a USB type C socket, that's a dummy hole, 2 cup holders, an armrest, which is only in the XZ variant and the XZ Plus variant. It takes a bit of an effort to open, so I don't like that, and it's not very deep as such also. So all the space that they have compromised here, they have given in the glove box. So you can keep everything in the glove box and not anything in it. It's also sliding, and it's finished in fabric. The handbrake is plastic, no leather. The gear knob is plastic, but it's finished in leather overall. That's the eco drive mode, and if you switch it on, it drives in eco mode, and if you switch it off, that's the normal city mode. So there are 2 drive modes, you can say. In terms of ergonomics, there's so much space, you will get tired of keeping your stuff in, but still not get filled. Coming to the vanity, there's no lamp, but there's a mirror on the co-driver's side. There is no mirror on the driver's side, just a ticket holder. There's a space, maybe a sunglass holder, but it does not open. You can just keep your sunglass in there. There is a lamp, cabin lamp, which has a white treatment. There's no sunroof, as I mentioned, but you get the grab handles on all the sides. That's a day-night mirror, which does not get any auto-dimming function. Coming to the seat have a really nice bolstering, and they are very sturdy, and they are not thin. It gets sort of a tri-star design, which you don't see much in Tata Altroz, but it's there on the seat fabric. You also get the seatbelt adjuster function in the XZ variant. You also do get the adjustable headrests. It only gets 2 airbags, which to me is a disappointment because I would have expected more airbags from a car of this price. Overall, the Tata Altroz can still give a run for its money to its competitors, be it the Maruti Baleno, the Swift, or the i20. It is a very nice looking car, has the features to offer, and has a very punchy engine to give you that driving experience as well. This variant comes at an ex-showroom price of 8,15,000 and it's the most value for money offering since it has all the features that you would need and it does not burn a hole in your pocket. So let us know in the comments what you think about the Tata Altroz and which car would you go for given that you had a price budget of say 9 lakh rupees. Would you go for a hatchback like the Altroz, i20 or the Baleno, or a base variant of any compact SUV like the Venue, Brezza, Magnite, Kiger, even the Nexon for that matter. Do like our video, subscribe to the channel for more such reviews and walk around videos. Keep watching Throttle Up.